Alright, so we have almost everything set it up just to give it a more like a movie feel, right? It's just now this is more like a a normal camera shot from an iPhone or something. Oftentimes in movies, people turns to color graded and color corrected to give it a more like movie kind of like feeling. And oftentimes one of the ways or color tunes you can go for. Oh, by the way, I'm selecting the merge and press the C button to drop down the color correct. I can lower down the saturation to make it more like a grayish color. That alone can make it more like a movie, right? And contrast, and give it a little bit more contrast. As you can see, when I drag it up, the sky is getting changed too much. Okay. So let's see. I can maybe go to the shadow part of the contrast and crank that up. It's gonna only give the shadow part more contrast. Alright. And then I'm gonna create a lens distortion here. Just to have some fun with lens distortion. Let's distort it. Which way to go, I'm not sure yet. Just a little bit this way, maybe. Alright. Now that's also gonna bring some more realism to this kind of like shot, because I think iPhone actually is trying to counter that distortion thing. Alright. Let's see what else we can do. Oh, let me go ahead and fix that. So here, this is actually a little bit overexposed. I go to the roto here, and then I'm gonna move that guy up. Oh, let's do this key. I'm actually need to do that on key 26. Go back. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really like that part being transparent, so it's fine there. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so what else we can do? Don't know, there are a lot of things you can do. Maybe you can add a little shake when the explosion happens. So I can go create a translate by selecting this distortion and press the T button. That's transform node. And I think it started at frame 3 or 4. Let's do 4, right? I'm gonna go right click on translate X and Y to set keys. So maybe on frame 6, I'm gonna press Q button to get the overlay back. I can drag that to maybe move it up a little bit. Yeah. Go to 8 and move it down. And go to 4, 6, 8, maybe 12. Go up again. And then maybe 19, go back down, and then 22, 23, not sure which one to go. Let's actually close that roto so we can see the keyframe work. I'm gonna create like a sudden shaking and gradually fade out, so my frames are getting further away. Zero this out to get back to 0. So I have this shaking effect. Let's see how it looks like. Not sure how it looks like yet. Right, so there's a sudden shake, and you have some easy in, easy out at least to ease that. Okay. Right, so it's like a kind of like shaking. Because of that, we have moved our image a little bit, so we probably will have some like cutting, black edging on some of the parts. Okay, So one of the things I can do is before I do transform, I can create another transform, just simply make it bigger. Right, so that when we move it around, it will be able to have enough to cover that part. So 1.1 scale should be good enough. Right, so now we have this cool shaking effect. Maybe 1.1 is too much. Did I make it this big? Let's try 1. Maybe 1.05. Oops. 1.05. Should be good enough. We don't want to lose a lot of edging. Alright, eventually maybe we can add a motion blur. So I'm gonna create a motion blur. Blur 3D. Oh, need a camera. And Z depths. So we don't have any of that. Let's see, does it really blur a little bit? Not really. The camera is our camera, maybe we can drag that in. But we need Z depths to do this thing. I guess we can only use the 2D way. Take a look. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. I'm gonna delete that. Let's use the old traditional motion blur. Put it here. So I'm gonna apply motion blur, like that. Alright. So motion blur is going to be the last thing you wanted to implement, and the Z depths if you have any, because those things are expensive. Alright, so let's say we're happy with this now. We're going to red this out by pressing W button. It's the red. And I'm going to go to File. And then I'm going to create, oh, that's on the desktop again. Go here to my project in progress, W teaching issue, 2018 spring new project, Apple Maya project, and let's see, let's go to this, you can create new folders for that. I'm gonna go to this movie folder, that's the one I export things. I'm gonna call it final comp dot for hashes for the name padding, right? Frame rate, frame number, and then I can give it a format. JPEG should be good. Save it and lower down. Actually, crank up the quality to 1, and we're gonna go for render and hit OK. It's gonna render out all the images. Alright, that's gonna be it for this tutorial, and in the next one we're gonna take a look at the final result and wrap up this entire project. Okay, see you next time.